Hello everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on the 1997 film Kiss the Girls. Now, Kiss the Girls is meant to be a 1997 neo-noir psychological thriller film that is meant to be based on James Patterson's long-running series, which is about 21 crime-solving novels, which is meant to feature the main character, Alex Cross. Now, keep in mind this is meant to be based on the second novel, and what's interesting is 3 or 4 years later would actually get a sequel called Along Came a Spider that would have been based on the first book. Now, the premise of the film is meant to feature Alex Cross, who is meant to be a sort of forensic psychiatrist who gets word that his niece Naomi has mysteriously disappeared, and of course learns that other women have been captured by a masked man who calls himself Casanova. Now, of course, we're also introduced to another character, known as Dr. Kate McTernan. Now, Kate's character is that he's meant to be this nurse, basically is meant to have been one of the victims escaping. So, of course, we see how Alex and her get together, as along with other team members, to help kind of solve the identity of Casanova and rescue the victims. Now, the film, I would say, at first starts off a little clunky, but gets better later on. You can kind of tell Alex does want to rescue his niece, and you can kind of tell he does try to play things by the book. He's meant to be a bit more, like, trying his best to kind of keep his temper at bay. And I think Kate's character works, but I think there's times where I think her actress actually does feel like a poor casting decision. Like, she really does try to sound like this female empowerment character, but it feels a bit one-sided. And I feel for the most part it's kind of clear to who the villain's gonna be, and really they don't really sugarcoat it. They really don't hide it too well. And I think this is the problem I have when a character's identity is revealed too quickly. It doesn't feel rewarded. It's like looking at The Flash with Savitar, as we knew who Savitar was. And it's kind of like looking at the Reverse Flash. That was built well, and it gave you hints to what it was. The same with who Hawkmoth was. That worked, and gave you these small clues to what you were going to get. And I think for the most part, it does kind of do what a psychological thriller film did back in 1997. It tries to take itself serious at times. It tries to give you a glimpse of what a person's mind is. But for me, I would say that despite the negative reviews, it's not that bad. Again, it tries to be a psychological thriller film, but for me, it starts off a bit clunky, but I would say gets better later on. And I know they would eventually do a sequel back in 2001, that I did say, and surprising enough, there would actually be a sort of reboot-like film known as Alex Cross that was meant to feature Tyler Perry playing the same title character. So I think, to me, Kiss the Girl is arguably a missable film. Not great, not good, but definitely deserves a thumbs up. It's still good, but still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.